This is actually quite exhilarating. I like it. Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are somewhere in northern Scotland, making our way towards the Shetland Islands. Right there in front of us. And as I was practicing with the Bell 47 here, my favorite helicopter at the moment, my favorite aircraft bar none here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You guys might have seen the previous video about this. I was flying at around 1,000 feet above ground and I was like, how can I make this more exciting? Because everywhere is just like ocean, water everywhere, and no land in sight a while ago. So I figured, why not try and go lower? And my goodness, yeah, seeing the waves like this, pretty cool. I like it. Turn on track IR here so we can look around. It is quite scary. If I look at the altimeter here, we are hovering, well, we are less than 100 feet above ground, above mean sea level. So I have to be constantly looking at my peripheral, making sure we don't dip below. Otherwise, we'll immediately see a black screen. But yes, we are on our way. My goal for today is to go and explore the, I think they call it the Scaries. And we do have bush talk radio loaded in, ready to tour us around. But I'll bring you guys for the tour, as I think there is something that is coming up nearby. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying these kinds of vids. This is the Skypark series. And we are actually, so I've been doing this offline. I've been doing the second part of the UK tour, which focuses on northern Scotland and I think northern Ireland as well. So we'll be visiting these islands and then we'll be going back down southwest towards the northern island area. There should be something here. Let's go and check it out. So I'm looking at my bush talk radio map and it should be somewhere along that hill, I believe. Been getting a bit of practice with this helicopter, absolutely loving it. Still, I'm having a hard time controlling it, to be honest. So you guys better keep your seatbelts fastened. Hopefully it's going to be a safe ride, even if it's not going to be a smooth ride. As long as we don't get any black screens, I think I should be happy with that. But yeah, this is just such an adventure flying this. Even flying it across the water like that, it's been exciting every bit of it because of how the controls are, and hopefully the overlay is showing properly on your screens. Should give you an idea of what kind of controls are needed. I've only been recently getting into the helicopter madness, and thank you guys for suggesting certain videos, certain channels in YouTube to help me learn. I've been trying it out. Who is the guy? Thank you for recommending to me specifically the what's that YouTube channel, like helicopter lessons in 10 minutes or less. There's a whole playlist for it. If you search that in YouTube, the channel should come up. And there, I think, what's his name? Jacob or Jake? He details the different concepts when flying a helicopter, so the science behind it. And it gives us a bit of background why certain things happen when you do certain stuff in a helicopter. When you're taking off, why does it bank to the right? Why does it move to the right and stuff like that? Look at this. Nice little hotel here. Is this really how it is in real life? I am not sure, but it does look pretty nice. Looks pretty scenic. Alright, let's move here to the left. I think this is the Shetland already. should get an audio tour pretty soon. Oh, there's an airport here actually. Nice. This is not the scariest yet, but there should be something. It even has airport lights with the looks of it. Very nice. Cool. Well, we can try to land. Why not? Get a bit of rest for my legs because my left foot is getting tired stepping on that pedal the entire time. Okay, let's lessen the RPM here. By the way, there has been an update for this helicopter for those who have it. Version 1.16 is now out. You can notice a little bit of difference in the manifold pressure.
Old Scatness is an archaeological site in the parish of Dunrossness in the south end of mainland Shetland, near Sombra Airport. It consists of medieval, Viking, Pictish, and Iron Age remains. It has been a settlement for thousands of years, each new generation adding buildings and leveling off old ones. Among the discoveries is an Iron Age broch. The site was first unearthed during construction work for airport improvements in the late 1970s. An arc of the broch wall was exposed in one side of a green mound during the building of the perimeter road at the airport at Sombra Head. Since 1995, University of Bradford staff and students, professional archaeologists, and local volunteers have been excavating the site and cataloguing the finds.
Trying to slow it down.
Excavations have uncovered a multi-period settlement with broch,
oh, there's actually a helicopter
and
there.
later dwellings.
H135 by the looks of it. Very nice. So probably not how you taxi. I am trying to get to that fuel station. 1 second. Let's try to get the hand of this. Control it. As I mentioned, still pretty challenging for me. It's like 10 times at least more difficult than the Airbus, how it flies. But I think based on feedback from other pilots, looks like it is more realistic with how a real helicopter flies. So you'll have to bear with me for a bit as we learn this. This will be how it looks like for the next couple of, I don't know, weeks maybe. But yes, it will take a while. 1 second. Okay, let's take it slow. I do like how we can see the shadow in there. So yeah, there was a recent update with this helicopter, and it with the manifold pressure, some minor changes. I'm just going to plop it down, okay? There you go. Oh, I didn't reach the fuel here. But yes, one of the things that they improved is the external view as well. So the external camera is now in a proper angle. Previously, you could almost see nothing out of it. So just a quick fix there. But there you go. Okay, that looks good already. Alright, now I think there is a landmark here. Broch of Musa? Interesting. Okay, let's get there. Might not reach the scaries this episode, but we can explore the Shetland at least, this island, this group of islands. And what the heck is that plane? Very interesting looking. Is that CJ4? Or longitude? Different skin. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Maybe you can take off using the same runway. Not that we need to, but just good practice for controlling the helicopter. Alright. Push it. Manifold pressure to that yellow range. Little bit of forward and left cyclic to keep in the center line. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And then as we gather airspeed, now we can climb up. So that we have it the safe way of climbing in a helicopter, the safe and more efficient way. Because with this helicopter, power is not plentiful. They don't have a lot of power to give. And so you have to be very efficient at things, which makes it even more interesting. Because you really have to learn the proper methods. You can't just power your way out of certain situations. Let's see where that tower is, and let's see if I can hover there Oh my goodness, me and hovering in this helicopter. I don't think it's happening anytime soon. Sometimes I can hover for like a second or so, but yeah, that's more of a rare occurrence than the norm. Let's see, it should be somewhere here. It does say in Bush Talk Radio that it is a point of interest here in the sim. So in addition to getting an audio tour, we should actually get a chance to see it as well. Right, let's see. So we'll probably have this in 2 episodes. One is exploring this area, the Shetland Islands, and then the next one will be the Outscaries, which is a full-blown custom handmade airport that was part of the UK World Update. And haven't been there before, but that's somewhere there to the northeast, maybe one of those islands from a distance. We'll hope that we can explore that further on. Yeah, even this thing where I try and stabilize myself in flight like this, even this is pretty challenging. But I'm absolutely loving it. Okay, let me guys know if you see a tower. I think it should be, I have no idea what that is. Let me see. It's a round tower. Preserved Iron Age Broch or round tower. Okay, so maybe something like a I don't know, something like the rook in chess maybe. We'll see soon enough. So maybe we can start descending here. Let me lessen the power, lower the collective a bit. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Okay, right. Don't need to slow down just yet. Still 5 miles away. That's going to help. Yeah, absolutely amazing time exploring these areas, getting close to the water. Something I wouldn't have done in a fixed wing plane. But here you have more control. You can basically climb at will. You know what? Let's do that again. I do like seeing the waves below. Some of the foamy bits even. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't go too fast. You can see. That's actually one of the cool stuff about this helicopter. If I go too fast, so I think the VNE for this aircraft is around 103 miles per hour. That's miles per hour, that speedo. So the airspeed here is measured in miles per hour in the dial. If I go closer to that, the VNE never exceeds speed. You can see that the interior starts to shake very wildly. If you look at the compass, it's shaking. And the closer you get to that, aside from the whooshing of the air, you see that shaking. So it's a clear indication that you are about to do something very, very wrong. So it's a good indication to pull up, or not really pull up, but actually to just let go of the forward pressure. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos on helicopter flights, starting to get an understanding about gyroscopic precession, things like that, transverse flow, what's ETL, all that, the different stuff. And nice to see that it actually looks like it translates very well to this helicopter. Because from what I know, the developers of this one, Fly Inside, sorry. Combining different things. Fly Inside. They actually built their own flight dynamics flight model for this one. So they're like overriding the default flight model from Microsoft in a way. And don't ask me how that works in detail, but it kind of does. And it's possible using the SDK. So that's what they did. Because they have their own simulator. Fly Inside has their own simulator. You can actually buy it from Steam. I haven't tried it before, but yeah, so that's why they have their own flight model as well. So they kind of overrode the default flight model from Microsoft with their own. Which I'm not sure if that's something that Microsoft is against, to be honest. Hope not. But they have been trying to make this helicopter part of the InSim marketplace. Because right now you can only buy it from their store directly, and it requires a third-party application, which some people don't like. They need that for copyright protection stuff. But if this can be added to the in-sim marketplace, then you can let go of all those complications. The copyright protection will be built in and stuff like that. But yeah, without that, I think they mentioned they've been trying to get this added for a couple of months now, but it's not really happening. So Microsoft, I think, has not been replying, and I'm not sure why. Would have thought they would be very
Iron Age Brock
open
or
to
round
that.
Tower. It is on the island of Musa in Shetland, Scotland. It is the tallest Brock still standing and amongst the best preserved prehistoric buildings in Europe. It is thought to have been constructed circa 100 BC and is one of more than 500 Brocks built in Scotland. The site is managed by Historic Environment Scotland as a scheduled monument.
That's it. Very short audio tour by the lady. Looks quite, I'm not sure how to describe it. Interesting, I guess. This might be a famous landmark. I'm not sure. Let's go slower and lower. Let's see if we can control the helicopter. Yeah, going around touring the place is always a good excuse to learn how to control your helicopter, because if you want to go sightseeing, if you want to see something more accurately, then you really have to be able to control it. I'm also now a bit more familiar about out of ground effect and in ground effect, and how that affects the helicopter just a tad. Yeah, that's the guy. Not the most scenic thing. I think actually I like the rocks more. I like the look of the rocks more with the shading and everything. But yeah, look at that. Look at that view, right? Very nice indeed. Should take a photo of that later. Anyway, alright. Let's go. Power. Get some manifold pressure in here. Get some forward momentum. Build up airspeed. Look at those waves. They are beautiful from this up close. Very nice. I like that. Oh, this is a super cool tour. Glad I brought you guys around for this thing. Super nice. Alright, we can keep at this altitude, I think. Just enjoy. I also just noticed recently that there is actually a ball as well in this helicopter, and it helps a lot in determining how much you should adjust your pedals, I think. This one, just like in a fixed-wing plane, you have the ball there, and what instructors teach in a fixed-wing plane is to step on the ball, right? I'm not sure if it's the same thing exactly in a helicopter, but it seems to be correct. Like if I let go of the pedals fully, if I leave that in the center, and that's the huge stutter, probably means there is an airport nearby. So if I let the pedals at the center, you can see that the ball is not centered. So step on the ball means left pedal, and the ball slowly goes to the middle, and that one gives you a bit more coordinated flight moving forward. So you're not like swaying side to side, moving sidewards. So I think that's a good visual aid to help you know how much you should be stepping on the pedals left or right. This is looking really good. Alright, so let's proceed to the airport. Should be nearby. We did get that huge stutter. Yes, I was roaming around here. I noticed that the biggest stutters are caused by airports loading. I hope that really gets fixed in the next version, the next update in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's get closer to the water here. I like seeing the foamy bits, in addition to seeing the waves, the white foamy bits of the waves. Makes it look so much more realistic. And as the clouds, as the sunlight reflects off them, just beautiful. Yeah. I think there's also a statistic, if I remember correctly, in the... So, you know, if you go to your profile here in the sim, and if you look at your number of hours logged, I think there is a statistic of like lowest altitude flown, something like that. This probably got it in my books now because they're literally less than 100 feet above the sea here. And it looks super nice. Alright, airport is up ahead on the left. Supposedly, Echo Golf, Echo Tango. Alright. You can trace the river here and climb a bit. Just very, very small adjustments to the cyclic. Starting to learn it, but still far, a long way to go for me, but enjoying every bit of it. So I'm trying to find every excuse I can to take you guys with me. So I really want to share this journey with you guys. And so this is perfect, you know, the Skypark tour, being able to go and see places and learn how to fly the helicopter at the same time. It's a win-win. It's not just learning, you actually get some sightseeing, and it's a very good motivator. Now, if you want to see some sights, then you have to learn how to fly properly. If you want to take a look at the landmark at a point of interest close up, then you have to be able to control your helicopter enough to get close to it. It's a very good motivation, although motivation can only take you so far. You really need to put in the hours, you really need to put in the effort, and that's what I'm doing now. I won't get there overnight, but I hope I get there eventually. The important thing for me is I'm enjoying every bit of it, despite the blunders, despite the imperfections, the mistakes. Still, it's an amazing experience. Look at that. Yeah, this is what I was mentioning in the previous video. As we explore this area, as we fly over roads, take a look at the cars driving. It's just a very nice experience. Also thanks to this beautiful canopy of this helicopter, the Bell 47. Did I mention the model already? Yeah, Fly Insight's Bell 47. That's the one. Oh, look at that view, guys. Look at that view. Shoo. Let's take a photo there. Although that being said, it's so hard to control the helicopter if I don't stay in first person. Because as you can see in the overlay, it has to be a specific angle, as I mentioned in the crash course video. Find the sweet spot and stay there. And staying there is hard when you can't see outside, and check if you are deviating away from your course. So I always look at the outside view, see if the mountains start shifting because I'm moving. It has to be as stable as possible. But when I look outside like this, everything is different, so it gets disorienting pretty quickly. Although it does look amazing, doesn't it? Yeah, so I guess it's a worthy trade-off. Just have to make sure that I keep my hand right there in that same exact spot. You can actually do Q&A videos like this, just flying around, enjoying the slow pace, going low and slow. It actually sounds perfect to me. Alright, let's see. Echo Golf, Echo Tango. Where are you? Is that the guy? Let's see. 02 and 20 runway. Yeah, that looks like the one. Right before those wind turbines. Start descending here bit by bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to multitask. Okay, don't see any taxiways. I think it's just an airstrip basically. So we'll probably need to land somewhere. Oh, cockpit shaking. You can hear the wind shuffling. Oh, and one thing I wasn't able to show you yet in this helicopter. Actually have that night lighting. Ah, that's actually a good point. I haven't tried flying at night yet with this one. Might be a nice experience, especially if there's a city below. So enjoying the night lights of the city. Oh yeah, that might be a good next step. That might be a good way to explore, actually. Okay, we're almost here. Let's see where we can park this thing. And yeah, the thing I did a while ago with the fuel station, just plopping it down there, it's a very bad habit to get. I'm trying to get that mindset of like going around, not really going around in a helicopter full blown, but trying to move away from where you want to land and trying again. You know, not just plopping it down and just saying whatever. Really trying to do it as clean as possible. Okay, now where the heck is that airport? 1 second. No, that's not the one. That's actually a road that I was looking at. The airport is that one, I believe. Ah, okay, yeah. Proper approach lights. You guys probably saw it from a couple of miles away. Support here and everything. Looks like the weather is not going very good though. Looks like a storm building up. Yeah, with this update as well, version 1.16 if I remember correctly, they added something. They added another way for engine failure, which is not going to go well for me. They added a way, I think, when something about the rotor can, I'm not sure what the official term is, log itself up, and you can have an engine failure because of that. I haven't really researched about yet when that happens. Maybe when it rains, I have no idea. But hopefully we don't get to experience that anymore. Look at how beautiful this is. Simplicity of it. Like perfect daytime, you have those fluffy clouds above, and then you can see the shadows those clouds are making right below the airport. So you can see that abrupt transition of like sunlight and then shadow in that region. Isn't that beautiful? Right, let me lessen the manifold pressure here. Lower down the cyclic, maybe 20 inches of pressure is okay. Adjust my pedals so we're facing still the right direction here. Find the sweet spot in the cyclic. Maintain that same orientation. Something along those lines. Keep the descent going. Should be okay. Should be able to go faster than this. There you go. The suspense is killing me. That's okay. It's a good learning experience. But yes, look forward to more episodes with this helicopter, guys. I hope you don't mind it low and slow. I know airliners really get a lot of the attention in the flight simulator world. Those are the cool kids, the guys who fly the airliners, and I sure get the appeal of that. I've done that myself a couple of times, but to be honest, I've never had as much fun in a flight simulator than when I fly a helicopter. I only recently realized. So, looking forward to getting more accustomed to this one. Actually, we can probably stop here a bit earlier because the taxi, the ramp is right there in the beginning. Or we can taxi back, that's okay. Shouldn't be as restrictive. Let's try to get on this. There you go. Try to get some semblance of getting into the runway, slowing us down. Not the best approach, but we're learning. And as we slow down, have to apply more power because we are starting to enter a hover here. And I have to be very mindful of not hitting the ground. when we don't want to yet. Okay, slow down, slow down. Sorry guys, this will be a bit rough. You'll have to give me a few minutes, but to just try and see how I can control this thing. It's so hard. One thing you guys also mentioned, which is a good excuse, it's harder actually. Some pilots are saying this is harder than in real life, because in real life you get to feel where the helicopter is going, right? You'll feel it in the physics. You'll feel it where the helicopter is trying to throw you around. But in here, everything is visual. You don't feel anything, so you have to rely on how it looks outside. So one of your main senses is lost, and I take that as a good excuse to not have perfect control of the helicopter, at least for now. But eventually I hope we can get rid of that excuse and just control this properly. Okay, here we are. There we are. Climbing. I just want to park beside that house. No specific spot, just beside, in front of that blue house, so right in front of us. So give me a few moments to try and control this. There we go. Somehow hovering. There you go. There we go. Phew. Okay, I'm happy enough with that. Alright, so let's leave it there for now, guys. Next episode, we'll go to the scaries. I think it should be the next airport on the list. Yeah, I'll probably see you there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next one. Clumsy flying. Bye.